Richard, good to see you. In her statement on the appointment of Mark Binskin as the special advisor who will investigate the deaths of aid workers in Gaza, Foreign Minister Penny Wong said the Australian government has been clear that we expect full accountability for these deaths. Now, I know mostly this is about making sure the IDF investigation is transparent, but do you think that the Australian government could ever bring a case against Israel in, say, the International Court of Justice like South Africa did in late December, or the International Criminal Court for the soldiers who executed the attack?
No, I can't imagine Australia doing that. You know, Israel's been an ally of Australia forever. We were there when it started in 48, and we've been there in every war since. I can't see that changing.
Do you think that, late December is when South Africa went to the International Court of Justice, and the Australian government at that time said, no, we're not getting involved with that. But do you think since then, in the few months that we've had, we're now 6 months into this war in Gaza with Israel, have attitudes significantly changed in the Australian government towards the war?
I doubt it. I really do. I think when you've had a relationship, as we've had with Israel for the best part of 50 years, it's not going to change in any great hurry. It can't change in many respects. We are tied together, and we'll stay together.
What happens though if Mark Binskin comes back and says, "I'm not happy with what is happening," and the Australian government is not happy with his response of what he's found out over there? I mean, what do you think could happen?
Well, I mean, you can have periods of strain in relationships, as we've had with China in more recent years. Things go up and things go down. But fundamentally, we will always be an ally of Israel's. Now, Israel can, I suppose, play the game of pushing that to the absolute limit. But that wouldn't be very smart for them because the whole world is watching. And they have to remember that someone like Biden's patience can run out. So I doubt very much that we're going to have to worry, a great deal about this. I think it'll blow away.
Let's go to the supermarkets. We just heard Treasurer Jim Chalmers give a press conference on the interim report that's been handed down by Dr. Craig Emerson. It's due in July. The review of the Supermarket Code of Conduct is ongoing, but some initial recommendations which are supported in principle by the government, including it does not support a forced divestiture power to address market power issues in supermarket industry. So the Coalition and Greens were keen to put a big stick approach to this, but there are concerns about having the job losses and having stores closed down and therefore people having to travel further to get groceries. Nationals leader David Littleproud, he says he's disappointed it's been ruled out, and Craig Emerson rejected it, saying it's populist. Do you think that there's any merit in what the Coalition and the Greens are asking for when it comes to market dominance by the supermarkets?
Oh, look, I think there are just some things you're not going to change. You've got Woolworths, you've got Coles, you have little, competition from Aldi, but it's minor. No, I don't think much will change at all. I think governments have always wanted it to change. It's being talked about ever since I got into politics, but nothing's been done, and I doubt that any government's going to have the real courage to do it.
Just finally, while I've got you, Richo, Opposition Home Affairs spokesman James Patterson says he is very concerned with the latest illegal maritime arrival to reach Australia, and that the abolition of temporary protection visas have sent the wrong message to people smugglers and potential asylum seekers. Do you agree with that?
I think I just say one boat a summer doth not make. No, I don't think that we've got any evidence to back that up yet. But I think Patterson's right in the sense that we should be ever vigilant of this. We don't want a repeat of what's happened in the past. We don't want all these leaky boats lobbing onto our shores or people dying at wharves trying to get off them in stormy weather. We just don't want to see that anymore. I was horrified by what I saw when that did happen, and I don't want to see it again. I'm sure there's no Australian who wants to. So it's just something that we have to be ever vigilant for.
Graham Richardson, so good to talk to you. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks, King.